When Samurai Jack was originally broadcasted on Cartoon Network in the United States of America, the series was immediately praised by critics as well as audiences, and was considered to be one of the defining cartoons from Cartoon Network in the early 2000s. But the speculative scenario is this: the praise and problems for Samurai Jack's 5th season. Genndy Tartakovsky actually intended to have a film to definitively conclude the series, but these intentions never became anything more than opinions of his at the time of the original series' conclusion, despite the fact that soon after the original series concluded in 2004, reruns of the series on Cartoon Network held reasonable ratings when broadcasted. But from when reruns of this series were put onto Adult Swim of the time in 2014, he was later contacted by executives from Cartoon Network that were interested in a continuation of the series. The most important detail for the so-called 5th season were that Genndy Tartakovsky was granted near full control over the season with minimal intervention from producers. While this was beneficial to the series in the fact that production of the series was quicker, communication was naturally better, and a greater aspect of creator-based freedom, what was detractive to the series was that the season was essentially a single story arc that, according to opinions since the season's original broadcast, was slightly rushed on. Various details weren't necessarily explained when they could have been. A fair amount of the praise by critics and audiences from the time of the 5th season's original airing in 2017 were that examples of nostalgia and the creative talents returning for a then modernized interpretation with Samurai Jack and what the character could do in the late 2010s. From when the series ended in 2004 to when the 5th season was aired in 2017, it was an extraordinary amount of time that had passed, from the conclusion of the 4th season to the start of the 5th season, at which unofficial theories, based speculations, and incorrect assumptions about various details with the plots, characters, or scenarios with Samurai Jack had emerged, and according to information now known, Genndy Tartakovsky specifically headed the 5th season to put to rest all of the unclear, unfounded, and uncertain details of the series. Almost immediately during the initial airings from the episodes with Season 5, there were problems that viewers of the original series remarked with. In the original 4 seasons, it was implied but never mentioned that somehow, someway, Samurai Jack had found his way back to the past and had naturally reversed what Aku had done. It was considered unmentioned canon, but Season 5's official end for Samurai Jack had reversed some of the most iconic themes, classic episodes, or ingenious situations that was shown for Jack throughout the media of the time. Even for those who were willing to accept that Jack had finally found someone to love, with his romantic interest being Ashi, the entire situation with their relationship and the unavoidable and equally controversial time paradox associated with Jack, as a result finally destroying Aku, had Ashi erased from existence. While it was a bittersweet and equally tragic premise according to opinions of the time, in the years since, the entire premise of Ashi and her relationship to Jack was complicated